Okay, awesome. Welcome to our Opulent Freedom Lifestyle event. My name's Jana. I'll be hosting the majority of the event tonight. Obviously, we're super excited because we've got two wonderful women launching their business tonight. So we've got Erin and Stacey. So excited to hear from them. So we'll hear from them at about the halfway mark. So we get on and do these events, 3-4 times a week. Maybe you should be doing it 2-3 times a week, but we're always excited. We always love sharing it. So there's going to be some shares from a couple of women tonight regarding the product and regarding the opportunity and what it's given them. For me, I found this amazing opportunity 19 months ago now. Time is flying. I was working full-time in my government job, so I'd been with the Defence for just under 11 years and had just been transferred to Department of Human Services on promotion. So probably not the best move I've ever made. So it was a promotion, more money, yes, but bigger hours, more traveling, more stress, taking work home with me. And I was a mum of 2 children. At the time, they were 3 and the other one was 11 months old. So it was a big ask on myself. So both my mental and my physical health really battled with that, and I got very run down very quickly. So I was researching the product Juice Plus for my husband, Luke. He literally only eats meat and potato. So he looks quite healthy and quite buff, to be honest, but I was worried about inflammation for him in the future. Both our dads suffer really bad joint pain, just being that they're blokes, I think, with their tradie backgrounds, although Luke's dad wasn't a tradie, he was a vet. But, leaning over, lifting, sitting at desk jobs, all those things obviously create inflammation in the joints, but also in other ways too. So I had been looking at that product and a couple of other products, to be honest. I wasn't just looking at Juice Plus and forgot about it because this new job just took over everything, took over my world. But then an opportunity came up on a local page in Victoria for me, down in the Mornington Peninsula, and it was all about health and wellness, working around your children's, working in stolen moments. All you needed was Wi-Fi and a smartphone. And it was all about community and relationships. And I really had felt that I lost that community from the Defence to going to Department of Human Services. So I reached out to this person, as daunting as it was, and super skeptic, and all sounded way too good to be true, and asked her 100 questions. And it got to that stage where we built the relationship up, and she asked me if I had heard of Juice Plus or the Juicy Body Transformation. I had heard of Juice Plus, so I was a bit excited about that. I hadn't heard about the program, but I was really excited once I did hear about it because it's an amazing program. It was Juice Plus and I was excited. So I said to her, yeah, I've heard of it. I want to actually get my husband on it. And she said, oh, why just your husband? Because I was the healthy token chick. I thought I ate too well and I didn't need anything. So she went over the fact that she was a personal trainer and a nutritionist and the results she had on her for herself, and that we ate pretty much the same. So I thought, why not? I'm going to do the product. I might as well do the business, get the product a bit cheaper and see what happens. And for me, within 4 months, people obviously had gone from not doing much on social media because I couldn't do a great deal being in my government job, to actually sharing on social media. My friends and family actually seeing a massive change in my health, getting back to my bubbly normal self, I guess. And so many jumped on board with me. So within 4 months, I was able to go part-time. And then within 10 months, I was able to resign my full-time government job. So that was massive for me. I never thought it possible that I'd be at home with my children. I thought I'd be like my parents, work until I could retire and just face the fact that I was going to miss out on all those special moments with them. So no more crazy long hours of them being in childcare. I now get to do kinder drop-offs, pickups, kinder duty, get to take them to swimming lessons, boxing, speech, doctors, be home with them when they're sick. It's pretty amazing. Look, it wasn't easy. It was an easy transition for me going into being a full-time stay-at-home mum. But it's been so rewarding, and this opportunity has given me that. It's given me my time back, and it's given me my health back, and me back, because I got very lost in my job and being a parent. So I'm truly blessed that Lauren posted that day and that I saw that post. So our program, like I mentioned just before, is called the Juicy Body Transformation. It's pretty cool in that it's not a normal typical program. There's no calorie counting. It's deprivation free. All those yummy recipes that you're normally wanting and craving, or food that you're wanting and craving, but the healthy version of it. our program is really all built around whole foods, getting that rainbow effect back into each and every household, because most people want to have that healthy change or that healthy diet, but they just don't know how to do it, how to put it in action. So our program was built by a wonderful woman called Kira Westwick. She was also runner-up in MasterChef 2014, top 10. She was the healthy token chick on there. She's a mama of 2 gorgeous girls. And she's an absolute foodie. But she loves whole foods. So what she's done is, along with another, with a team of people supporting her, she's created our program. So we've got over 6 ebooks, over 370 recipes in the program, another 800 in our private group. We've got a gourmet cleanse. We've got a detox. We've got at-home exercises, how to, set your pantry up for success, how to meal plan. And you all get to be part of that private group where you're supported and you've got a cheer squad constantly, and you're all on that same sort of journey. So it's really amazing to, have all those people in the one spot, and you get access to this program for free for life when you take our products Juice Plus. So the program really is built around this amazing product, but it's there really to help and guide you and really support you in making that change. It's designed to help get families back in the kitchen, get the kids in there, understanding what they're putting into their bodies and setting them up for life. There's something in there for all the husbands. There's actually a new one coming out, which we're excited about next month, and it's all based around the dads for Father's Day. Chocolate is a part of our program, so there's some yummy chocolate and treat recipes in there also. We're just really lucky that we get to be a part of this program, because, I keep kicking myself that I didn't find Juice Plus sooner with the opportunity, but then I wouldn't get to be a part of this team, therefore have access to this program. So like I said, it's all online, and you get to have that access for life. We do get them printed occasionally, but it's all accessible through ebooks, which is brilliant. So our program, like I said, has been built around the amazing product Juice Plus. Okay, so Juice Plus, the company itself, has been around for over 46 years, but the product 26. Okay, so Juice Plus is designed to bridge the gap in your diet. Okay, it's a whole food based product. There's absolutely no synthetic or artificial ingredients in there, no nasties. It's not designed to replace a healthy diet. It is literally there to bridge the gap or to increase an already healthy diet. All right. So our hero product are our whole food capsules, fruit, vegetables, and berries. You take these on a daily basis, and it gives you an extra variety of 27 fruits, vegetables, and berries every day. And that's massive. As much as I was that healthy token mama or chick or whatever, I did a lot of juicing and I ate my 3 to 5 meals a day. But the variety that Juice Plus has given me has really advanced my diet and my nutrition, to the next level, which is pretty cool. The idea, I guess, is, people will go, why wouldn't I just go and get my supplements or my vitamins from, the chemist or the supermarket? Juice Plus is fruits, vegetables, and berries. It's all produce. So the produce that I used to be on when I was pregnant, my Elevate and my multivitamins and my vitamin D and my iron and all those sort of things, they had so many synthetic and artificial ingredients in there. My body didn't even recognize what I was swallowing. And some of you girls or gentlemen, if you're watching this recording, would have noticed that disco wee, that fluorescent wee that always looks like you're dehydrated. That's your body excreting what it does not recognize. Our capsules are just fruits, vegetables, and berries. So your body knows it, recognizes it, and sends it where it needs to go. And what I mean by that is we all absorb nutrients and nutrition differently. Where it's going to go into your body with that inflammation is totally what your body's going to do and decide is going to be different to me, to the next person, to my brother, to my partner. It's honestly fruits, vegetables, and berries. It's not a wonder drug or anything like that. It's really just about bridging that gap and getting your body back to that opulent level that it should be functioning at. So I love that the fact that the label lists exactly what's in there. You don't need a science degree. You don't need a dictionary or thesaurus to figure out what's in there. For instance, the fruit blend's got apple, pineapple, peach, prune, orange, cranberry, papaya, beet, cherry, and date. That is it. It does list some of the amazing things that come from those fruits and vegetables in there. It can't list all of them because, I can see on here one ingredient is the apple. An apple has over 10,000 phytonutrients. And they're just the ones they know of and know what do. So that's pretty cool. And I I bring up the phytonutrients, and I know it's something people don't understand a great deal about, but I remember there was a list of 20 on one of my multivitamins. It had 20 phytonutrients in it. So it blows my mind that, you know, the value that I'm getting out of whole foods and putting these capsules into my body each day. The other amazing thing is here on the label is there's no warning label. Because there is no synthetic and artificial ingredients, Juice Plus is safe for anybody, whether you're pregnant, whether you're breastfeeding. If you can swallow, you can take Juice Plus. Unless you can't eat the apple or the peach, that's the only reason why you couldn't take Juice Plus, which is pretty brilliant also. You know, the difference between this and whole foods, look, whole foods are still amazing. Don't ever not, you know, try and get as much of that into your body as possible. But I know here in Australia that, you know, our farms are having to have to pick our fruits and vegetables well before they're at their highest nutritional value. They've got a market. They've got supermarkets they need to fill, you know, their oranges, their apples. So they're picking them too soon. So they haven't got to their fullest, nutritional value. And then they are sprayed, or they've got waxes or chemicals on them to keep them that lush color and shape while they get shipped to us. So we see our fruits and vegetables literally a week or two later after they've been picked from the vine. So, you know, I think, you know, I was reading somewhere the other day that apple that my grandparents would have eaten 40 years ago is now about 60% depleted to what I'm eating now, which is massive. And then if it's vegetables, we're also cooking out half those nutrients again. So it's quite huge in the fact that we think we're eating and we're doing well, but not necessarily all the time. What I like also about Juice Plus is the produce that's grown for these to happen, to be created, is only grown for Juice Plus. So there's no rushing it. It gets to stay on the vine until it is at its highest nutritional value. And there's no need for any sprays or waxes or chemicals because our factories are co-located with our farms. So they're literally picked at their highest nutritional value, taken into our factories where they are cleaned and washed. Then they are pulped and juiced, and all that liquid is removed in that process, and coincidentally the sugar, which is a good thing. And then it's slowly heated in a cooling process that keeps all those live enzymes, micronutrients and phytonutrients all intact, all right? And it's made into that powder form, and then they're popped into our vegan, vegetarian, soluble capsule, and it keeps it all in there, all nice and tidy, ready for us to swallow. And then, of course, when we swallow it, it's, you know, gets into our bloodstream between 3 to 7 minutes and goes to work. So that's pretty cool. I love sharing how, you know, how the product's made and the care that's gone into it. I think that's an amazing thing. And because it is at such a high cellular level, when you're having this on a daily basis, like attracts like. So if you're putting this into your body, you're going to crave more of it. It's the same as when you eat salty chips or lollies or fried foods. The more you eat the crap, you crave more crap, and then your body feels crap. But if you flood your body with this sort of nutritional value each and every day, like attracts like, you start craving more of those healthy things. The program then helps you keep, you know, you're wanting more healthy stuff, so it's there to help you and guide you with some amazing recipes and planning going forward. And, you know, us even and the kids are all looking for more things. They're going to the crisper and the fruit bowl instead of going to the pantry or to the snack, you know, the treat cupboard or all those sort of things. But honestly, inflammation's different in all of us. So it could come up in skin, hair, nails, immunity, your immune system, especially over winter. It used to be a big thing for us. Every bug that came home from childcare, we'd all end up with. Kidney health, liver health, cardiovascular, you know, and then your joints. Joints and inflammation is huge also. So you just don't know until you take the amazing product. The actual hero product, the capsules, also has had over 36 peer-reviewed scientific studies done on it. That's unheard of, and that's massive. Yes, Juice Plus helped fund the studies, but to get that gold label on there, no money can be thrown at them to have that sort of label popped on there, which is pretty amazing. So for any of the science people that like to read that stuff, we've got some amazing studies on it. And we are a part of one at the moment. There's actually 3 ongoing at the moment. But the one that we're a part of at the moment is when any adult takes our capsules, they get to sponsor one child for free for 4 years between the ages of 4 and 18. So the child can either take the fruit and vegetable capsules, or they can have it in a chew form. So it's the same powder that goes into our capsules, but joined with an all-natural plant-based tapioca. So they're really yummy. They're just little lolly tubes, but it gives your child an extra variety of 17 fruits and vegetables each and every day. All right, as much as I'm the healthy token mother, I've got my eldest child, and he is definitely a mini-me. He's an amazing eater, but my two-year-old is a shocker. Either he's going in par with his dad or he's going to change slowly, hopefully. But he picks out every little bit of rainbow in his dinner. You know, one day he'll eat the broccoli, the next day he'll be throwing it, saying it's yuck. One day he'll love bananas, the next day he won't. So knowing that he's getting those little chews into his little body each and every day is a huge blessing for me as a parent. They both suffered heavily from croup, which was turning into baby asthma. And that was an ongoing vicious cycle for our family. Lots of hospital visits, lots of GP visits, medication with the steroid, preventative and asthma pump. And as soon as I get them better, I'd send them back to school. I'd go back to work. They'd catch the next bug. It'd turn into croup, and we'd do it all again. And it was so hard. You know, me and Luke were both working full time. It was so exhausting. And seeing your little one, especially my oldest, it was Jacob who suffered from it worst. It was horrendous. You didn't know whether to put him in steam, a vaporizer, sit him up straight, lie him out, take him out to fresh air. It was horrible. But Juice Plus, within 4 months, that had gone, and we didn't see it again. We haven't seen it now. You know, we've been on 19 months, haven't seen it for 15 months, which was massive. Other results coming back from the study, kids' gum health. Respiratory, that was my children. Craveability, sleeping better, cognitive behavior, and I guess moods, you know, little children and then little mood swings. That's definitely on there as well. You know, and for me, it was only Juice Plus that I changed in Jacob's diet in particularly. So that's our micronutrition between the capsules and the chews. So that's the oil in the engine, getting your body working on a more opulent level, you know, therefore you're not so tired, you're not so sluggish when things start working the way they're meant to, and you don't realize that they're maybe not. Definitely my husband didn't realize when he started taking Juice Plus how crappy his body was running, and I mean that literally. And because we're a company with I say with a heart for the kids' chews, but we've only got 3 products. So we don't have some crazy big catalogue for you to go through and choose from. It's literally just the health at the best ways possible that, you know, Juice Plus have been able to cover. And obviously you've got the oil in the engine, you've got that running smoothly, but you need to fuel it also. So what we've got is our amazing whole food nutritional drinks. So these are like a smoothie protein powder. They weren't designed to be a meal replacement, but if you've got weight to lose, we notice a lot of weight loss with it, or weight gain, depending on which way you go. I love these as on the run in the morning, kinder runs and everything that's going on in the day. My 2-year-old and I would definitely have a smoothie just about every morning. We add in frozen berries, frozen banana, and whatnot, but it's got over 30 plant-based ingredients in there. That's huge. 30 plant-based ingredients. Again, no synthetic, no artificial, a little bit of natural sugar equivalent to a banana. Fibers from soy, chickpea and rice, and then you've got amazing things like broccoli, alfalfa sprouts, radish sprouts, quinoa, millet, pumpkin, mushroom and pomegranate. So you're getting vitamin B, vitamin D, which is quite hard when the weather, I'm in Melbourne, so the weather seems to always be shocking and never no sun. And complex vitamin B, niacin. Niacin is a beautiful mood balancer. It's found in greeny leaves, and it's one of those things that really helps people with anxiety and depression. So we've seen people have massive results in either bringing back their medication, some even coming off their medication. So, you know, when your body starts running all smoothly and runs much better with the capsules, and you add this as your fuel, you just don't know what the results can be for you. I love these also as a post-workout smoothie. A lot of people love them just as a treat. You know, they're looking for a sugar craving in the middle of the afternoon. They're really yummy, and they're great to do that way also. So that's literally our program and our product in a nutshell, I guess. I'm just going to see what girls are on and see if we can get a couple of shares for you with products. So where is Steph? There she is. So I'm just going to spotlight Steph. So how did Juice Plus come into your life? What results have you had so far, and why do you love sharing it?
Awesome. Thanks, Jana. I'm just going to take myself onto gallery. I hate looking at myself in big. Okay, hey everybody. Thanks for jumping on tonight. So Juice Place came to me in February of last year, and I actually found it through Jana, who's part of my mother's group. So she was chasing around after 2 boys and just seemed full of energy, and I was exhausted all the time. So I literally just wanted what she had. And I just really wanted it for the energy and for, I suppose, to better my health and my diet. I knew I wasn't eating the best. So I could definitely use that bridge that gap in my diet. So I started taking the products. Quite quickly, I noticed an increase in energy, which was amazing, because that was what I wanted mainly. But then I noticed that I stopped craving sweet stuff, and I'm a complete sweet tooth. So that was a really big jump for me to have that change in my cravings. And then as a result of that, I started wanting to eat the better foods. So then the program really came into play for our family. And we started, meal planning from the program, using the recipes all the time. And over the course of 10 months, from eating the foods from the program and using the 8-week shred challenge, I actually managed to lose 10 kilos last year. So that was brilliant for me, and obviously a great change in my health and my lifestyle, which was awesome. What else? I also got my son onto the chews. He would not eat any vegetables, so he was 3 or 4 when we started, and he literally would not eat any vegetables at all. So for me, that was a big relief to be able to get those little lollies into him each day and know that he was getting those vegetables. And then for him, he actually had eczema every winter, and we've now made it through 2 winters without any eczema. And again, the only thing I can really attribute that to is the Juice Plus Chews, which has been amazing. And I just love the product. I love my results. So I've, now got hubby on them as well. Love sharing with everybody just to see what they can do for everyone. And I actually totally had forgotten about this one of his results, but until I spoke to someone today. And it's actually thinking about hay fever season coming into it now. And last year, with everyone saying it was such a bad hay fever season, and he got through for the first time with very little medication. And again, the only thing that had changed was the Juice Plus. So we're just constantly realising more results that we didn't notice before. And I think every time I tell this story, I think of something different that we've noticed. So, I just love sharing it with everybody and sharing those results, and I love hearing what it does for everyone else. So thanks for letting me share, girls.
Awesome. And Steph, she's hiding it, but she's super, super pregnant, and the fact that she's been able to take
I had that on there.
Product all the way through is pretty amazing. So not only is she looking after herself, but she's also looking after the little person that's growing inside of her. So that's pretty amazing also. Look, that's one amazing share. And, my hubby was the same with the hay fever and patience, because he got his energy back. But for me, I had pretty bad inflammation in my back, caused from a bulge disc at my L5 from pregnancy. So I used to get a sciatic nerve running all down my left side, and I had pretty crappy knees from all my sport, to be honest. But for me, the inflammation has died off there. So obviously the muscles are all looking after themselves a little bit better, because the sciatic nerve went. And I had that every day from 18 weeks into being pregnant with my firstborn. So I had it for like 5 years, or 4 years. And it went, and I didn't even really notice until somebody asked me. So that was massive for me. Psoriasis and eczema is massive with Juice Plus. What all those antioxidants can do from the berry blend is massive. For me, it was acne. I used to get really bad acne from sport on my back and on my face. I used to have to wear makeup all the time. But the hugest things for me was definitely energy and sleeping. I used to fall asleep with my children, put them to bed at 7, and I'd wake up there at 6. And now I'm up from 6 a.m. to about midnight each day. And it's amazing that I'm not tired, but as soon as my head does hit the pillow, I switch straight off, and I have the best sleep ever. And it's not the best thing to say, but I don't wake up to my children. I can't hear them if they're sooking and yelling out for me. They've got to come right up beside me now and smack me on the face to wake me up. So that was a huge thing also for me, and also IBS. So I suffered terribly with that, and with gut health. So that was another major thing that I noticed come up with me also. So, and honestly, again, everyone's results are always different, and it's always great to hear the different shares that come around. So just before we hear from the girls, I'm just going to go over a couple of things about the business that come up quite regularly. I know when I first looked at this business, I had a couple of friends reach out to me and, were concerned that I was doing one of those schemes or structures they kept going on about. And I said, well, luckily, I knew that the pyramid scheme as such was, made illegal back in the 1970s, but the structure as such, I think they were worried I was going to be working my bottom off for somebody sitting really pretty at the top. But I really think that's where I was before. And what I mean by that is traditional business is really structured like a pyramid when you think about it. All right, so just think about maybe Coles and Safeway. So those, all have their CEO, they're traditional businesses, they're massive. And obviously then they've got promotional levels all through their business plan or structure. Maybe the board of directors, state managers, area managers, store managers, in-store section managers, deli managers and so forth. And then you have Tom, Sally, Karen, all those normal names that seem to come up in your supermarket that are always there to put your order through. But I don't know about you. I do a lot of my shopping online now. So I'm noticing less of these people here to help me when I do go in and more of these electronic tellers or people who are doing shopping online or, just different ways of doing things now. So, but these guys here have obviously been told they need to either upskill and look at, different other positions within the organization, look at other stores and going and working there. They might have already been in the business 15, 10, 20, God knows how long, and they were happy sitting there, but now they've been told they need to move, or they might be doing the shopping for me, so they've had to learn that role, or they're delivering my order. But what if, Sally did, and these guys did apply for this middle section area here and she won? She's probably feeling a bit guilty because she's elbowed, she's kneed, she's done whatever she needs to do to win that position. She's applied, she's upskilled, she's done all those things. So these guys are probably a bit cranky with her and she's feeling a little bit guilty. And that's probably taken her, 2, 3, 10 years, 20 years to maybe even get to that section. For me, this is where I was with my government job. I was in that middle section. Yes, it was great. I got extra pay, but it meant more commuting, longer hours, taking work home with me, a really stressful job, overseeing a whole group of other people and worrying about them and getting their, priorities all in line. It was definitely no work and home balance in that middle section for me. And for me, who was quite career driven, and same for maybe some of these guys, they maybe, would have liked to have, be looking at that CEO position one day, but literally in traditional business, there was no way I was going to win that in the defence. Was there Chief of Navy, take that over, or Chief of Defence, or the MP, Department of Human Services? You need to be in these organisations for a good 40 odd years, know the absolute ins and outs, for even to be maybe even partially considered. This position normally comes externally from someone that's already got experience and already had that tertiary education, understands that role and everything it's all about. And that's why I love our structure, because it's literally that on its head. We have a top position too. It's called National Marketing Director. We come in on what we call a virtual franchise. We pay a one-off yearly fee of $165 to have our business. We too have promotional levels. But when we join this organisation, we all come in at this level. You don't come in and win this position or this position or this position. You come in here at the bottom and you're sponsored by somebody. Somebody links arms with you, links arms and helps you then look forward and teaches you how to get up to each of these levels and get promoted. Just say, you're here in this section and you invited somebody to this opportunity and showed them how it worked. By helping them, you're going to grow. If you don't help them, you'll sit there. We're a teach-to-teach business. So if you're not willing to learn and you're teachable and driven, then it might not be for you. Just say this CEO had been watching me for 19 months and wanted that time freedom, wanted that lifestyle and that health and financial freedom. He doesn't get to come straight up to the position he was equivalent to before at NMD. He comes in at virtual franchise, he or she. I link arms with them, I sponsor them, and I show them step by step how to get to each level and grow their business. They're going to be driven. They're going to want this just as much as I do. So they will want this position. And guess what? They can have it. Everybody that comes in as a virtual franchise in our organisation gets that opportunity to build up to NMD. There is no roof on the top of our business plan. We all get that opportunity to grow, and there's no cap there. So we keep growing and earning an income. There's not one person sitting pretty in our organisation just sitting there making all the money. That's why I love our business plan and why it's so easy to share with everybody. We grow as quickly or as slowly as we want in this organisation without any pressure from anybody. The other thing that I sort of questioned when I began, because I couldn't do a great deal on social media at the beginning, and because I had been a little bit unwell, I didn't know if I knew enough people, if I'd be able to do it. And I didn't know how I'd go with social media because, being in a government job, I could only share so much. But Lauren, the girl that introduced me to the business, showed me how to share it with a few friends and family and social media. And I was really lucky because I did. Obviously, hubby was on it. I was on it. My parents were on it. A couple of close friends and my mother's group all jumped on. A few of them then saw, the opportunity in very different ways, and they jumped on board with me. So I had Lynn's, who was first. So she was my friend. She got FOMO. She wanted to take the product and look after her family. Then she realized she could get the money back on it instead of me. So she jumped on board. Catherine had amazing results within 2 months. She put that on Facebook and it went viral. And I couldn't even attempt to respond to everybody. I said, why don't you respond? You respond and you make some money. See if you can cover your product order. So that was brilliant. That's kept her at home. And Steph, who we've spoken to tonight, loved the program, loved the product. Why hadn't we heard about it sooner? And she just wanted to share it. She wanted to help as many people as possible. I then showed these girls exactly what Lauren showed me. Helped them show it with a few friends and family and social media. And this thing started happening again. All right. They found a few people that either wanted the product cheaper. They wanted to pay off their credit card. They wanted a travel fund. All these different things that come into it. Then what these girls did, showed these people exactly what I showed them. They went and shared it with a few people, the product and the program, and the opportunity came up again, and it just keeps happening all organically. Of course, I went and shared it with more people. Kath went and shared it with more people, and so did these guys. It's much like popcorn. You pop it on the stove or in the microwave, and it just keeps, it stops. You pull it out, it keeps on popping. I shared it with Catherine. She shared it with Michelle. Michelle then shared it with Adam. Michelle was in Tassie. Adam back here in Melbourne. Zoe in Townsville. Lynn's went and shared it with Melody, who shared it with Elsa, who shared it with Josie, Philly. And now she's gone and shared it with Erin, who's on tonight, and Steph's gone and shared it with Stacey. I would never have met these people if I hadn't shared it with just those 3 girls at the beginning. So it's super organic in that way. It's just like when you go on a train or to the football and you have a conversation with a couple of people around you. We don't push or sell or anything. We just literally share our amazing results and the opportunity. So I'm going to find the girls now. I'm excited to hear from them. So who's first? Stacey, you're first on my screen, so I'm going to spotlight you. So how did Juice Plus come into your life? What results are you looking forward to? Oh, hold on. There you are.
Yep.
And why did the business make sense to you?
Okay, cool. All right, firstly, thank you guys for jumping on, who has for me. I really appreciate it. Okay, so for me, about a few weeks ago, I actually posted to a mother's group. I've sort of been in the situation where, as most of you know, or well, the people that are sort of on that know me know, is that I've been at home with my boys for the last 8 years, and I've sort of been really stagnant, not kind of knowing what to do. So I put a post up really reaching out and just asking for some advice from other working parents and stuff like that, and some suggestions as what to do, like how to sort of maybe avoid daycare and pickups because my partner works until 6 o'clock and so on and so forth. I was just really struggling to wrap my head around, like, I need to get out there and do something now, but what is it that I'm actually going to be able to do while sort of keeping up with the family? So anyway, Steph actually shot me a message and asked if she could PM me. And she was really lovely. Look, she was just sort of reached out to me, and then ended up obviously telling me about this opportunity. So look, I was really skeptical, and to be honest, I haven't tried the product yet, but I've done so much research into it since finding out about it, and I've really only seen good things. So then I sort of went and met up with the girls last Saturday, and again, the results that they're having is like exactly what I'm looking for. You know, like I'm having a nana nap every day, and I don't want to be doing that. I'm in bed at 8:30 every night, and you know, I'd like to be able to sit up and watch a movie with my partner. You know, so that's the reason that I've decided to give it a go. I mean, losing a couple of kilos would be great. All these other stories about, you know, people having to stop taking medication and hay fever disappearing and dermatitis clearing up, and so on and so forth really appeals to me too, because it's something that I suffer from pretty badly. And I really love the fact, I suppose, as well, that it's backed up scientifically, and the studies that I've looked at, which I've looked over very carefully. I love the fact that anyone can take it, you know, if you're pregnant, if you're breastfeeding, young, old, and all of that. And I suppose as well, the children's study is a big bonus for me too. So I think that's great that I can get, you know, my boys the nutrients that they're not getting for free if I take it. So I suppose it's made sense to me, because I know that when I'm actually eating well, that I feel a lot better. But even when I'm eating well, you know, I'll have salad for dinner and a salad roll for lunch and eggs for breakfast or whatever, but I know I'm not getting as much as what they say I should. So bridging that gap with all those other vegetables and getting a whole lot of energy from it makes sense to me, and I can't wait to actually try it, because all these results that people seem to be getting just seem incredible. So I suppose that's really why I'm here and why I'm going to give it a go. I feel like I've got nothing to lose, and I've been in a place where I need to do something. So this could be it, if it's that amazing. So yeah. And then I suppose on the business side of it, I mean, it'd be great, like, you know, if I get those results and can share it with other people too, and help other people out, especially even other mums, anybody, then that'd be excellent. And to have a little bit of extra cash, I'm not going to lie, would be very, very helpful too. So yeah, that's why I'm here.
Awesome. Well done. That's amazing. And your product order's in, and so it's going to be there soon. So I can't wait to see what sort of results you get. So that's
either can I. Watch that space.
Will be, I promise. All right, I'm just going to grab Erin also. So spotlight you, hun. So how did Juice Plus come into your life? What results are you looking forward to, and why did the business make sense to you?
Juice Plus came into my life through Lindsay. I just saw something that she posted, and I was like, okay. And then her and I had been messaging for a while, and she'd asked me, you know, what's been going on, and I had the most horrendous year the last year, so I'm just trying to get my life back in order, as well as my health. I feel like I've been on the biggest binge for 12 months, and it's time to start eating healthy and try and get my body back to being fit where it was. So yeah, I really would just like to kickstart my body and get some vitamins back into me and start eating healthy and looking after myself, instead of being on a downward spiral of eating sugar and, you know, having the sugar cravings, and then, you know, it's a never ending story. Yeah, and also just having some spare cash on the side would really help me, because I would like to eventually start my own coffee roasting business. So if this can lead me down that path, that would be amazing.
Awesome. That's super exciting. I don't drink coffee, but it does sounds good. I might have to start drinking it if you start doing the coffee.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Have your tablets and then have your coffee.
Yeah, that's it. Awesome. Thank you, Erin. Well done. I know it's quite daunting the first time, girls, having a go at launching and talking on this sort of thing. And honestly, when you guys get put on the screen like that, I know I still jump back. So, but well done. It was amazing, and always great to hear your stories and where you're at and what you're looking forward to at the moment. And honestly, it is different. It's different for everybody that comes in to us, you know. We do attract more mamas than anything else, because what mama doesn't care about nutrition and health, but also wants to be home with their children and not miss out on those special moments, that's for sure. Or, you know, getting the right things into their kids. That I know that's a huge concern for most parents also. I'm just going to touch a little bit on how we get paid in the business, and then we're going to hear from another person about how they've about their journey with the business, really. We get to share this amazing product and program and opportunity in over 29 countries. But I think here in Australia and New Zealand, we have the best business plan, just because I really don't want to look at the other ones, really, to be honest. But we've got a teach bonus payment plan, which is really great. But we do get paid 3 ways. We get paid in, why do I always manage to do that? There we go. We get paid in retail and in commission, so retail profit and commission, which builds up what we call a residual income, or the beach money. So the money that just keeps building slowly month by month in the background, but sets you up for all those holidays and time away, or whatever you want it to be, when you want to have a break away, because you can do this business when and where you want, which is the beauty of it. What I like to go through is the bonuses. All right. So we have these amazing bonuses in here as incentives to help you understand what sort of money will be on the table when you achieve something big in this business, but also just to help you and guide you to create a stronger and bigger business in the early days, and that'll keep you consistent in the later days. So when we all come in as a virtual franchise, and we knock off what we call DVF really quickly. Sometimes before we even, have signed up and registered the business, we've got a couple of customers that are eager to do it with us and want to be on the journey, or just want to get access to the program, so jump on board. But our first big bonus is $400. All right, and that's for senior direct virtual franchise. I've got the S&D around the back front, but that's okay. But take no notice of these crazy acronyms or words. Yeah. Or whatever, SDVF. There you go. You can read it now. By this stage, you probably shared the business with 1 or 2 people. So you get that $400 bonus because you've had a few customers and you've got this teamie or a couple of teamies. And your teacher also gets a $400 bonus because we're a teach-to-teach business. But now you're on SDVF. You too are now a teacher. So this person that you've introduced the business to, you want to help them get to VF. Well, you want to sign them up, that's VF, get them to DVF, and then you want to keep them hot on your heels to get SDVF, therefore you get the teacher bonus. So as I explain after, all these bonuses here as we go up the levels, you get them once, all right, but you bring on and share this opportunity with so many other people. There's 19, there's 50 other opportunities at each of these positions that you get to get that teacher bonus, which is massive. There's so much money on the table with this organisation, and that's why I love sharing it. The next position is sales coordinator. By then, you've probably gone and shared the business with maybe 3 to 5 people. That's a $600 bonus for you and a $600 bonus for your teacher. All right. In here, you're helping these guys here that you've introduced the business to, help them understand and mentor them through what our amazing program and product does, helping them slowly start introducing it to people also, which is massive. Next one, senior sales coordinator. By then, you probably, shared the business with about 8 sort of frontline, 8 to you personally, and, probably 8 or so downline. So you probably got about, sort of 15, 16, 17 odd in your business, and things start to change here. You're really starting to become a servant leader, and you're really building up that leadership role, and you're helping these guys below you keep bringing on their own little teams, help them grow in each of their little legs and build their own business, because it's never it's only your business for you and your clients. Bringing on all these beautiful people, they help you grow, but they've got their own businesses, their own tribes, they're attracting their own people, and it's really beautiful to watch. And that's a $1,200 bonus for you and a $1,200 bonus for your teacher. So now I'm going to get Lindsay to share her amazing story with the business. So for you, Lindsay, how did Juice Plus come into your life? What amazing things have happened so far, and what are you excited for in the future?
Awesome. Thanks for asking me to share, and congratulations, girls, for your launch tonight. Very exciting. Thank you for everyone who's jumped on. Juice Plus came into my world February of last year. I wasn't looking for anything. I wasn't looking for a product or a business. But Jana, I knew she had 2 young kids and one was a terrible sleeper. And she kept talking about how much energy she had, and that just didn't make sense to me. So I reached out to find out what that was all about. And when she explained to me what the product was, we were a family of 4 at that time. You can probably hear my daughter in the background still awake. She's 2. And, that was definitely a product that we wanted to add to our family. So, I didn't really ask too many questions about it. Any simple, quick and easy way to boost our nutrition, I was all for. But then when she told me if I joined the business, I could get my product cheaper or even free, I was like, well, why would I not do that? I like the idea of the product. It's definitely something that I can see benefiting our family. So, of course, I'd love to get it cheaper. And that's how I became to have a business. Fast forward to June of last year, I went back to work full time because I was on maternity leave when it was introduced to me, and I went back to work full time. We moved interstate because our family is defence, and we got posted. My hubby was away at sea, and I put my daughter into full-time care. And reality just slapped me in the face, and I realised that was going to be my life. I was going to hand my kid over to childcare. Someone else was going to have all those great moments with her during the day, and I was just going to work to pay for the childcare pretty much. And I just decided that wasn't for me. So I reached back out to Jana and I said, look, I'm loving getting my product for free because I have never paid for my product because I shared it with enough people from the start. But I want the business to be more for me. So, we went to work, and, this year in April, I went on maternity leave with our now 3rd child, who is also still awake at 14 weeks old. And I had the amazing choice to know that I don't have to go back to work at the end of this maternity leave. And that's such an amazing feeling to know that I have been able to create a business that allows me to have the best of both worlds where, I can do what I want, and what I want is to be at home with my kids, but I can still contribute to our household financially. So I really, really love that. And I love being able to help other people create whatever it is that they want as well. Because we all want different things, and different things, fuel our passion, and be able to help people live their passion and get paid for it is pretty incredible feeling. So that's what excites me these days.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Linz. I do love hearing the little voices in the background, but that just proves that honestly we can do this around our little families. They're never going to do what we want them to do when it comes to doing business. So just go with the flow. Quite often I'll have a little person sitting on my lap, and he isn't the greatest at Zoom. He wants to take over. He wants to press buttons, but you still get it done. I remember doing one of these events from in my car at the hospital, and we're throwing product all over the car, but it was the best event I think we've ever had. But it just proves that we can do it from anywhere with anybody. The last couple of promotions are QNMD. And this is what I'm working on at the moment. $1,500 for me, $1,500 for my teacher, and top one, NMD, $3,000 bonus for you and you only, because by then your teacher is earning way too much money and they don't need it. And you're on about 80 to 120,000. And that, like I said, there is no roof on the top of what you're earning and what you're creating. So you can choose to either, sit back on the beach and just plug in every now and again, or you can keep growing and growing strong and adding value to so many other people's lives, whether it be health, whether it be financial, whether it be friendship and community. That is just the biggest thing for us, what we've gained out of this. The personal development on this journey has been massive. There's no way I thought at the beginning that I'd be doing these events and meeting new people that I'd never met before and just talking to them. And then the relationships, Lindsay I've known since we were 10 and 11 years old. So the fact that we get to talk most days now, I've got to, meet both of her babies in person because of this business allowed me to do that. So it's got me home. I get to have that relationship with my husband, which I definitely wasn't having while we're both working full time. And I get to build a beautiful relationship now with my children. So thank you so much for the girls that shared tonight. Well done to the two amazing girls that launched. Thank you so much for jumping on and watching, whether you're watching the recording or you're watching tonight's events. It's because somebody cared enough to invite you. So if we didn't get all your questions answered, please make sure you reach out to whoever it was that invited you and get those questions answered. And hopefully we get to see you all again soon, or maybe on another event. So thank you and good night.